All right, we're back here live for SNU and East Central. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties there. Your score is 21-15. East Central leading here in the first quarter. We'll stick with you through the first quarter break. Get you a little caught up on this game. Alexis Jones with it.
SNU in desperate need of a bucket as they've been scoreless over the last 2:59 now. 15-21 in score. SNU's second unit really struggling.
It's good inside to Meehus. Beautiful pass inside from Glover. Meehus can't get the and one with 5 seconds left. She's going to go to the line for two.
Personal foul against East Central, number 12, Kendall Schultz.
So you're really looking to push the ball so far. The tempo really been up and really been in their favor when they've been running the ball. They've been playing well, and SNU seems to be struggling, getting back on defense and being pressured themselves into really running on offense, and that's not been their game here so far. Much more success from the set piece and needing to slow the ball down.
Meehus connects on 1 of 2 free throws. Under 2 seconds now. Driving is Nickens. Nickens going to get the foul with 0.2 seconds. JC so called for it. She thought she had her hands up, but you just can't do that there in the final seconds and gives East Central a basket here.
That's a tough call just for another couple points to go onto ECU's tally with a little bit momentum, even more so going in the second quarter.
So at the line, as I said, it will be Madison Nickens off the bench.
JC Stowe, the first person, 14.
Final seconds of the first. Back and forth. East Central 8 of 16, including 4 3-pointers here in this first quarter. The second one is true. And as he wanted to be able to get a shot off, Glover going to give a shot, won't count though. And that'll end the first quarter. We're going to keep it here. As we said, we had a couple of technical difficulties. 23-16. I'm not going to lie to you. Not quite what we were expecting there in the first quarter, but what a quarter from both sides offensively.
Yeah, the offense has really been firing on both ends, especially since we saw the full three-point run, a couple of teams trading buckets back and forth from deep. I think the story is maybe the drop-off there. Not halfway through that quarter, the second unit for SNU came in and really struggled to slow the pace down and to kind of keep momentum going. That's where ECU really took the opportunity to step out and fix that.
A couple first quarter stats. First on the East Central side, 8 of 16 from the field, 4 3-pointers. 8 rebounds in that half and 6 assists. Very impressive there for the Tigers. Preston, we said we had to watch. Leads the way with 9 points. We had Ladd with 5 points. Rell with 2. Nickens with 2. Hansen with 1. Preston was 3 of 3. All 3 coming from behind the arc. On the other side, SNU 5 of 11 in that first quarter. Glover leads the way with 7 points. 2 for 2 from the field, including a 3-pointer. Also 2 from the line. A couple of rebounds as well. Adrian Berry got going, which you love to see if you're an SNU fan. 6 points, 2 and 3 from behind the arc. And then Alexis Jones with 2 points, and Abby Meehus with 1. So again, James on the call here with our man Russ Frisbee. Again, we apologize for the early technical difficulties. We should be good to go now. I think we just had the feed just freeze up on us, and then the whole thing just kind of crashed. And you don't care about the technicalities. We're here, we're live, and we're ready for the second quarter.
We talked about guard play as a necessity for SNU, and not a name we said, but Casey Glover really playing strong. But now the gap has been Meehus still able to score with Hansen down in the paint, and that's something we really need to watch here in the second quarter. And Meehus really improved the play.
For SNU, gotta turn it up on defense. This is a team we talked about. It's so good on defense. Soap goes for the steal, can't get it. Nickens at the top of the arc. She's going to drive by. Soap goes up and lays it in just over the outstretched arms of Abby Meehus. And it's 25-16 East Central.
Great driving play there to work through the middle of that, the bottom of that 2-3 zone. A tough, very tall defense there. SNU giving up the free ball by going to the 2-3, but trying to be a little tougher in the paint.
A nice shot there by Casey Glover. She drives and pulls up from mid-range and drains it and makes it 25-18. Glover on fire here in the early going, up to 9 points now. Back the other way comes East Central. Rell with it. This is Rell looking for the drive. Spins off into right, kicks it out. Big Schultz with it. She'll take a 3. She drains it. East Central just on fire here in the first half.
Looked like backing their man there for SNU, or at least what looks like heavy help from Meehus, but SNU needs to find a way to get out to those shooters, close out a little bit, because ECU is having the wall from beyond the line.
Absolutely. Rebound by Nihu. She goes up, no foul, and the rebound's going to come down to Preston, who's going to bring it forward. She puts it up to Schultz. Schultz going to drive, puts it up, and lays it in. And another basket for East Central. We're going to get a timeout on the floor from Southern Nazarene. 8:11 to play in the second quarter. We will take a break. Your score, East Central 30, SNU 18. You're watching SNU basketball here at SNUathletics.com.
When a customer is on the fence about buying a car, we should...
Give him a hug.
No. Next.
Hand hug? Full frontal?
No.
No way.
Guys, practice hugs are not necessary. You don't have to practice hugging.
How about we serenade them?
Well, I'd be happy to sing a song for you.
It's terrible.
Diffie, driven by family since 1954.
Back here at the Sawyer Center, James Hill on the call with Russ Frisbee. 30-18 your score. East Central leading Southern Nazarene as the Crimson Storm inbound. And Russ, we were saying off air, SNU is going to have to pick it up, and especially the effort so far in the defensive end.
Yeah, and the tempo has SNU reeling, both in the set defense, but ECU running very well in transition, and SNU not getting back on defense well.
Jones going to go inside. Nice entry pass to Nehus, who finishes at the rim. Abby Nehus, first field goal of the game.
And that's what you need to see more of, a great defensive or offensive play there from Nehus in the paint, getting to the bucket for two.
30-20 now the score. They're going to go inside. Tough lay-in, great defense there by Nehus as Schultz tried to get around her. Nehus all over. SNU gets a stop that they need. Can they turn it into offense on the other end? Jones with it. Still man-to-man defense right now by the Tigers. Jones going to go to Glover at the wing. Glover will drive towards the baseline, but then goes out to Soap. J.C. Soap with it. Back to Jones. Thought about the three-pointer. Spins. And we'll get it out to Glover. Glover off a screen. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Mid-range jumper. Yet again, it's Casey Glover. She's in double digits with 11.
Great little cut there off the pick. Going to find a little bit of space from the mid-range, and she'll knock it down.
Rell going to get it. Driving baseline was Schultz. Schultz going to go deep to Nickens. Nickens over to Pressner. Soap defending. Pressner at the wing. Couple jab steps. Now she'll try to go inside to Nickens. Almost taken away. Schultz going to take a three-pointer. Way off the rebound. Comes to Jones. She splits two defenders. She's got a 3-on-2. Jones going to kick it to Gillette. Oh, Gillette gets ripped there by Nickens. Nickens goes right through her, and back the other way comes ECU. Pressner goes up, and she's blocked. Couldn't tell. I believe it was Nehus who got it. Gillette was there as well, and it will be baseline out for East Central.
Great saving block there in the transition by Nehus. SNU just evident on that last play, not getting back quickly on defense, and Nehus will bail them out with the block, but a wild transition there of a couple of plays back-to-back with some high energy.
A couple substitutions into the game, including Irene Perez for SNU. Nickens with the pass, gets it over. Wide open is Rell for three, and she buries it. Just a wide open look on the off-ball screen, and East Central opens up an 11-point lead.
ECU 54% from three, and that is not something that you can expect in the pregame show, but it's something you got to adjust to mid-game.
Perez looking to drive, kicks it to Soap. Soap's going to look to answer for three. No, oh, she gets the bounce. It looked like it was no good, but it bounces back through, and Soap responds.
What on earth? What a bounce there off the back iron for Soap.
They're going to go to the corner. Lorenko with it. Lorenko with it. Gets it over to Rell. Rell back to Schwab. Schwab going to back down Nehus. Nice give to Ladd. Ladd going to try to go back to Schwab. She almost loses it, and it's going to be three in the key. Schwab just kept trying to do something, then tried to move it, and then she was just stuck in the paint, and she gets called for the turnover as Shield Knight's going to check back in.
I love watching some bigs that'll pass the ball and distribute a little bit, but that's maybe a little bit too much unselfishness right under the basket there for ECU.
30-second timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here on the broadcast. So, yeah, Russ, what are you seeing so far from both of these offenses?
A lot of high energy. SNU maybe coming alive a little bit here. Casey Glover playing very well right now, but ECU continuing to run, to drive, and to kick the ball out, and the threes keep falling.
Absolutely, and you're looking at the turnover battle. That was one thing we were going to focus on in this game. SNU doing a pretty good job so far. Only 5 turnovers, which is much better than the 15 they had in the second half against Northwestern. But you look at the other side for East Central, only two turnovers, including one just now. That is all they've had so far in the first half.
Well, and with how quickly they seem to run the ball and that much transition, you expect a little bit more turnover. But if they're going to turn over the ball that little and run the ball that quickly, that's going to be a tough thing to stop for SNU.
You're going to have Sonia Sarda, the second player. You have both Spaniards on the floor, actually, and Perez and Sarda. Glover going to come off a screen. Glover with the mismatch. Nice crossover free throw shot. No good. Shield Knight fighting for the rebound, but it'll come down to Sam Schwab. And back the other way comes East Central. It'll be Nickens with it. Nickens looking to drive. Hands it off to Ladd. Check that. It'll be Lauren go with it, driving baseline. Schwab now with it. Shield Knight defending, good defense. She airballs it. Shield Knight all over her. Perez now looking to run. Perez brings it over half court. Perez top of the arc. Hands it off to Soap. Soap gets it to Sarda. Open for 3. Too long. Rebound. Going to come to Perez. Actually ping-ponging around, but goes out to Glover. Good hustle there by Perez. Glover looking to drive. Gets to Sarda. Sarda with Nickens defending. Good drive, lays it up. Just rolls out, and the rebound to Ladd. Back the other way comes East Central. A couple missed possessions on both sides. Ladd off a screen, lays it up, and misses badly. Had the open lane there, just couldn't get it to fall. And finally a break here as SNU was trying to move it in transition. And it'll be SNU basketball off the tip by Lorenko.
What an amazing series of events there. A rebound where I think everyone in white down there got a hand on it.
Or a foot at least.
Or a knee or a something. But a couple tough missed layups on both ends. SNU getting a great look right into the basket and just not getting the favor from the rim.
Sarda going to take it. Another one of these freshmen, as well as Shield Knight, who's setting a screen. Sarda looking to drive, kicks it out to Glover. Glover now driving towards the baseline. Tough layup, but draws the foul. And Casey Glover, who has 11 points in this first half, I should say, is now going to go to the line for 2 and look to cut this down to a 6-point game.
Now, Coach Trent May kind of handing the ball over here to Glover as she is the lone starter in with this second unit, leading the way and kind of the number one option on offense right now, really getting to the lane and getting even some mid-range looks very well right now.
This could be a look at the future here. You have a young lineup, 4 freshmen on the floor as the second free throw is off the front iron and down to Pressner. Then you have Perez as well, and then great transition offense from East Central. Again, the long pass from Pressner to Lorenko, who lays it in, and the lead back out to 9. SNU got to get better on that transition defense.
Yeah, and those runouts, those quick, easy twos are going to be hard fought when you're trying to claw your way back into this game.
Soap with it, maybe looking for Shield Knight. Instead, they're going to get it to Glover. Long three-pointer. It's good. Casey Glover up to 15 points in this first half.
We talked about guard play and Glover delivering emphatically 2 for 2 now from 3 and 5 for 6 from the field as she's been shooting very well.
Schulte with it, top of the arc, going to go over to Pressner. Pressner in the corner, looking to drive. Pressner, the leading scorer on this team, having a big first half. They'll go, and it'll be Hansen for 3. Long rebound to Shield Knight, and SNU will look to drive. Perez going to get it up to Sarda. Sarda looking to run, goes to the corner. Glover thought about the 3, will drive baseline instead, and from behind she's blocked by Pressner. Glover gets it back, puts it up, and can't get the friendly roll, and the rebound comes down to Schulte. Schulte now looking to go. East Central maybe going to slow it up a little more. No, I take that back. Pressner looked to drive, draws the foul. Only the first team foul of the second half. It'll be on the floor.
ECU on the defensive end looks like they've kind of figured out that Casey Glover is the hot hand right now and that trying to respond with a nice block there on her, but gets her own rebound and doing everything she can to get the ball up from close range.
She had a tough shooting night at Northwestern. It's been the opposite today, 5 of 8 so far in this first half. Pressner, a 5-second. That's great defense there by SNU on the inbounds, and they force the third Tiger turnover. As SNU will inbound, it'll be Perez getting it in to Sarda. Sarda running the point. You probably noticed Madeline Schrepfer out today. Has a splint on her right wrist right now as Adrian Berry's going to drive baseline, just check back in, and she draws the foul on Lorenko. Good job getting good position under the basket and then just going up hard.
Yeah, Berry checked back into the game with Glover, maybe trying to get a little momentum here as some nice defensive plays, a couple of great hustle plays might turn into a little bit of comeback here for SNU in the second.
And the first free throw is good from Berry. And we've talked about the offensive woes so far for SNU. That has not been the case today. 5 of 9 from behind the arc, 44% from the field as that second free throw goes begging, and the rebound's going to come down to Presner. Presner with it.
Yeah, ECU came looking to score, and SNU has not done a terrible job playing with them on the offensive end, but really it's been the defense that's been the motivating factor here and the momentum factor for SNU.
Good defense by SNU on one end. They get it down to the other. Shield Knight was defending Hansen on that short layup. It's going to be Sarda with it. We said Sarda running the point here, the backup point guard today. Berry going to drive, step back, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound to Perez. It goes to Shield Knight. Shield Knight going to kick it out. Sarda from the corner, no good. Rebound to Lorenko. Lorenko looking to drive. Perez all over her, and they're going to get Perez on a touch foul with 2:08 to play here in the first half. SNU maybe cooling off a little bit on one end.
Yeah, often slowing down a little bit, but it's been a physical game all throughout. Seen some chippiness in the paint, some real aggressiveness there on the rebound, and now the maybe hand-checking foul on the about 60 feet away from the basket. But been a physical game so far on both ends.
Only 2 team fouls on each side. You got to get to 5 for free throws on the floor as they will get it over in the corner to Schulte. Schulte going to go inside to that was Presner. Now they go outside to Hansen. Shuffled her feet there, but they'll keep it going. And now the drive to Rell. She puts it up and in over Shield Knight. And 37-30 now the score. You might be wondering where Nehus is. She has 2 fouls in this quarter, so she is on the bench right now. As they'll go to Glover at the wing. Glover maybe thought about the 3. Instead, is going to go inside to Shield Knight. Shield Knight going to back Hansen down. Goes up hard. And it'll be a foul. Let's see if they get it on the floor. No, they're going to say a shooting foul. Good aggressive play there by Shield Knight in the post.
That's a great look. You know, she's listed at 5'11", maybe not the tallest of backup posts, but she really has a presence out there, sets a lot of ball screens, and really gets physical on defense. And that was not characteristic for what we've seen tonight, but a great aggressive move to give her some free throws.
And they get Hansen her second foul in the process, so both starting centers now with 2 fouls on both sides. As you mentioned, ECU still with some size. Ella Schultz back into the game as the second free throw is good.
Yeah, between Hansen and Schultz and Swab, it seems like ECU's got a couple of options they've been trying to throw at Nehus. So a lot of height for them, or at least a couple of options at the 5.
Three-pointer in the corner, no good. The long rebound going to come out to ECU, though. Three-pointer missed there by Schulte, but good rebound there by Presner. Rell looking to drive. Good defense by Sarda. Schultz maybe thought about the 3, but did not take it. Ladd with it, picks up her dribble. Now we'll go to Presner. Presner going to drive towards the baseline. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound to Shield Knight under a minute to play. Couple big possessions maybe here in the final minute. SNU down 5. Going to get it a little bit closer before the break. Perez going to go inside, and they're going to get 3 in the key by Shield Knight. Just couldn't get out of the paint there as Jones and Gillette going to check back in.
That's a tough call. SNU trying to maybe play for the last possession, and that's going to break there a little bit. They may still get the last shot, but hoping to get a couple of points here to close this gap going into halftime.
That was maybe looking to get a bucket before maybe trying to get the final shot as ECU inbounds. A little bit of pressure there from SNU, just defending full court. No traps or anything. Schulte going to go inside to Schultz. Schultz backs down. Nice little fake, but way off on the layup. But she pulls down her own rebound and goes out to Presner. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Ladd with it, was trying to go inside. Presner gets it instead. It's going to be a moving screen on Rell. And he got her moving as Presner was looking to make a move.
Rell can't believe it, but that's the right call there. She came hard off that top of the key for the pick, and that's going to be SNU's opportunity here to get the last shot of the game.
Nehus is going to check back in here for the final 24 seconds for Rell. That was her second fouls, so she's going to take a seat on the bench here in the final 24 seconds. Nehu's in for what should be the final play of the first half. You actually have the starting 5 in the game for SNU with 17 seconds to play. Jones keeping it slow here. Don't want to go too fast. They'll get it to Glover. Glover pump fakes. Goes inside to Gillette. Oh, what unselfish play there. Beautiful pass by Glover. Gillette with the lay-in, 5 seconds to go. East Central coming the other way. Long three-pointer. It is off, and that will end the first half. And what an exciting first half we saw here in the Sawyer Center. Your halftime score, East Central 37, Southern Nazarene 34. We'll have the halftime report coming up. We'll give you some first half stats and analysis and get you ready for the second half between SNU and ECU. One more time, the halftime score, East Central 37, Southern Nazarene 34. You're watching SNU basketball here on SNUathletics.com. Halftime here at the Sawyer Center, your score, East Central 37, Southern Nazarene 34, and what's been an exciting first half. East Central actually led by as many as 12 in that half, but Southern Nazarene closes it very strongly. They were down 30-18. They get it down to 37-34 here at the break. And James Hill here with Russ Frisbee on this halftime report. Russ, talk me through this first half. Southern Nazarene facing a little adversity, but shoots the ball well, gets back into it, and gives themselves a great chance here with the second half coming up.
Yeah, we sort of saw a half of runs there, kind of a close game early. Both teams shooting the lights out in the first half of the first quarter. And then maybe a little bit of a down spell with SNU's second unit kind of struggling, but really being brought back into the game by the play of Casey Glover, leading that second unit. She has 15 points in the half. Kind of bringing them back into it, and there in the end of the second quarter there, starters checking back in, SNU closing this gap back down to 3.
And when you look at this first half, now, this is very similar kind of what we saw at the first half with Northwestern. You had Abby Nehus with 15 points, and then you struggled to get anybody else going. You're looking at Southern Nazarene. Who are you hoping that's going to be able to help Glover out in the second half and possibly get this team a win?
We talked about Barry needing to have a good game, and she's been playing not bad, 7 points so far in the half. But I really would like to see some offensive production, a little bit more from Nehus. She's been great in the paint. On the defensive side, she's really had a presence, and they've been wrestling in the paint all afternoon. But only three points from her in the first half. Hoping to see her really wear down on some of those ECU defenders and try to get the ball through the bucket.
Absolutely. We take a look at some of the first half stats. First for SNU, 11 of 26 from the field, shooting 42%, 5 of 10 from behind the arc, 7 of 10 at the free throw line. On the other side, East Central, 14 of 33 from the field, 42% as well, 6 of 14 from behind the arc, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. So pretty even on both sides as far as the numbers go. ECU with an 18-17 advantage in rebounds, 6-5 on the offensive end, 10-6 in the assist category. SNU only 6 turnovers in that first half. You know, Trent May's got to be very, very happy with that. East Central with 4 turnovers in that first half. 13 bench points from the Tigers, only 5 from Southern Nazarene. East Central also maybe a little bit of surprise here, 16 points in the paint, only 8 for Southern Nazarene, and that just goes well to your point. You also got to remember, Abby Newhugh sat for some of that first half after picking up her second foul, only 12 minutes for her in that first half. A couple numbers individually. First for Southern Nazarene, as you mentioned, Casey Glover, 15 points and a half, 5 of 8 shooting, a couple of three-pointers. Also has 4 rebounds in this game, only second behind Zoe Shield Knight, who has 5. Adrian Berry scores 7 in that first half with a pair of threes. You had Abby Nehus and JC Soap each with 3. Alexis Jones and Kennedy Gillette each with 2 points. And then Zoe Shield Knight off the bench with 2 points as well in the 5 rebounds. 2 blocks in the game also for Nehus, 2 assists for Jones. She had 9 in the game the other night. You want to maybe see if she can facilitate a little more, get this offense rolling a little bit. I'll tell you this, another fun fact, Casey Glover played only one to play all 20 minutes in the first 20 minutes.
How can you take her off the floor, though?
The way she's playing, I don't blame them. On the other side, it's Lakin Pressner leading the way with 9 points, including 3 three-pointers. She had 9 in the first quarter, so SNU did a great job slowing her down in the second. However, she was picked up by Madison Rell, who had 7 points in that first half. Pressner as well, just to talk about everything she's doing. 9 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and a block. Just doing a little bit of everything on both sides. Impressive senior out of Americus, Kansas. 5 points for Hannah Ladd in that first half. 5 also for Kendall Schulte off the bench. And then you had Madison Nickens as well as Sam Schwab, each with 4 points off the bench. Lorenko with 2, and Hansen, the center on this team, only comes away with 1 point in that half. So SNU doing a good job on the defensive end in the post. Schwab and Hansen and Schultz all combined for only 5 points. However, the guards for East Central have been able to get into the paint and get some easy looks. You know, some great numbers really from both sides. We're seeing a lot of talent from both ends.
Yeah, guard play has kind of been the talk so far. The three-point shooting really been there, especially for ECU. You talked about, though, really SNU's done a good job of slowing down ECU. And I want to credit that to the nice play from Shield Knight. Came in, Abby Nehus kind of in foul trouble early. Shield Knight not looking to get to the basket as quite aggressively as Nehus does. But a little undersized, but she's going to come in, set some solid picks, play some good post defense, give you 5 rebounds, and that's what you ask for from your freshman backup big. If she played some big minutes, but like we talked about, we needing Nehus to get going offensively, and Shield Knight typically not as aggressive on the offensive end from the post.
We're going to take another break. We're about 7.5 away from the start of the second half. Your score, East Central 37, Southern Nazarene 34. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half between the Tigers and the Crimson Storm. Again, you are watching SNU basketball here on SNUathletics.com.
Okay, guys, remember, no hard selling, no high pressure. Serenading, good. Leave that to Sheldon, all right? Hugs, side hugs. Normal. People don't like to be sold, but they love to buy. You know, these guys may not look like much, but they are some of the greatest guys.
How about a hug?
Diffie, driven by family since 1954.
Customer is on the fence about buying a car. We should
Give him a hug.
No. Next.
Hand hug? Full frontal?
No way.
Guys, practice hugs are not necessary. You don't have to practice hugging.
How about we serenade them?
Well, I'd be happy to sing a song for you.
It's terrible.
Diffie, driven by family since 19...
And we are back here ready for second half action between SNU and ECU. James Hill on the call here with Russell Frisbee. Both starting lineups back on the floor for the second half. Glover, Jones, Barry, Nehus, and Gillette for Southern Nazarene. Ladd, Pressner, Rell, Lorenco, and Hanson for East Central. And Russ, we're ready for a big second half here as Jones brings it up to get things started for the Crimson Storm. Only down 3. Jones looking to drive, kicks it to Gillette. Gillette at the wing, back to Jones. Jones drives, goes up strong, and gets blocked by Pressner. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be East Central ball. What great defense there by Pressner.
A great stop there by ECU.
And so ECU is going to bring it back down.
SNU here in the second half needs to look to close out shooters a little bit better. You know, ECU has shot the lights out in the first half, and that shooting can't continue at that rate forever, but need to figure out how to calm down those, cool down those shooters.
Hanson trying to make a move in the post, was looking to kick it back out. Nehus all over her, and Hanson travels in the process. Southern Nazarene basketball, and that's just, Russ, that's just the presence of Abby Nehus.
Yeah, her in the paint and really just a court presence that can't be described. It's not necessarily on the stat sheet. She's wide open under the basket. She'll get the hack, go to the line. But just on the floor and in the paint, getting in people's minds there as a great defensive presence there, less than more than a defensive play by Nehus.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of having somebody like an Abby Nehus who stands at 6'2", by the way. That never hurts.
No, it doesn't.
First free throw is up, and it is good, and it's cut down to a 2-point game. Nehus a little bit quiet on the offensive end, if you will, up to 4 points now. She's the leading scorer on this team. Maybe, you knew Nehus had a lot of potential coming into the season after the freshman year she had. Second free throw off the front iron, no good. Long rebound to Ladd, and Hannah Ladd going to bring it forward for East Central. Transitions where East Central's done a lot of damage. Can SNU slow that down? Lorenco with it. Lorenco going to get it to Ladd. Ladd looking inside, gets it to Pressner. Pressner down the baseline, back to Lorenco. They'll go to Hanson, who drives to the free throw line, back to Lorenco. Lorenco crosses, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Lorenco spins, tough shot, no good, way off. It did hit the rim, though, and the offensive rebound to Lorenco. East Central will reset, big rebound there.
7th offensive board for ECU, and that's been an igniting factor for their offense. Second chance opportunities as there's another one that'll fall out. Rebound Nehus.
Again, Nehus, a great presence there in the paint. Back the other way comes Jones. Jones will drive, goes up strong, and lays it in. Beautiful drive, and folks, we are tied at 37. Back the other way, it'll be Rell, and she gets bumped by Jones. Just kind of laughs it off, knows that it was a foul there. But here we go. SNU was down by as many as 12. They've come all the way back and tied this on their home floor.
Yeah, and that's a tough call there. But when SNU has stopped the transition, that has really given their defense the opportunity to do what they need. And so maybe a decent play to slow down those transition cutters.
As you get the turnover right there, and that's just what I was going to say, Russ. Sometimes, you don't want to foul every possession, but sometimes a little bump right there, there's nothing wrong with that to let your defense set up and slow things down a little bit, and it leads to that turnover there. So, and maybe, especially Jones not in foul trouble, that may not be the worst foul in the world. Jones with it, going to go inside to Nehus. Nice entry pass. Nehus goes up hard, misses, gets her own rebound, misses. Gillette with it, tries to kick it out to Glover. Oh, and on the floor, they're going to get a foul. It's going to be a foul. Great effort there. It looked like it was Hannah Ladd. Great effort going to the floor. However, she ran into Glover's knee there, and that's going to be a foul.
Some difficulty on those shots, but seeming like Nehus maybe heard you over the break. Really aggressive here at the beginning of the third quarter, trying to get the ball in the paint, trying to get the ball up right there, right into the basket for some block shots. Neither of them have fallen yet, but working hard.
Gillette going to go to Jones. They're trying to get it into Nehus again. Gillette now with it, top of the arc. She's going to drive. Puts up a tough shot. Blocked again by Pressner. Oh, she has just taken control of this game, and she's coming forward. Pressner with Barry defending. She drives, and good defense there by Barry all over her. She kicks it out to Lorenco.
And that right there, the transition stopped. Now ECU having to go to the half-court set, and has just not been as good there. A great kick ball. It'll still be ECU's ball. But look at the defensive awareness, quickness, chippiness there. Great active hands, active feet too, but another stop by SNU.
Well, you got to think that's got to be one of the points of emphasis from Trent May is saying, we're getting killed right now in the transition offense. We've got to be able to stop it in transition and force them into that half-court offense. And it's been night and day so far, the difference, at least in the first 3 minutes.
And those big flashy blocks are fun. They're great. They get the crowd going, but they are just as much a win as when those first drives, those initial cuts, have to dribble back out, have to pass back out. Those are big wins for SNU right now. Anytime, Pressner cutting to the basket, she's going to come in hard at the block. Anytime that she has to dribble back out, pass back out, that's a big win for the SNU defense in transition.
Absolutely, and we've got a review here. Not sure what the review would be here, but they're getting a quick review, and we'll be set to go here in just a moment.
A little deliberation over maybe what part of the foot the ball bounced off of there going to affect the play in some way as ECU now inbounding it.
Hansen going to take a baseline jumper, no good. Barry went for the rebound. Lorenko knocked it out of her hands, and it's SNU basketball. Another defensive stop. And boy, like I said, it's been a huge difference here in the second half for SNU. Now can they pick it up in their half-court offense?
Just a little bit of newfound confidence, too. They're kind of carrying themselves a little different, playing a little bit stronger. This has looked like a much more evenly matched game.
Barry going to take a three top of the arc, but it's going to be an offensive foul. Jones on the moving screen. The three-pointer was good, too, there by Barry. Just kind of clapped her hands. And for Jones now, we said how she wasn't in foul trouble on her little touch foul. Now she's up to 3 fouls.
That was a great shot there by Barry and a tough call on Jones. They were fighting through the pick. Now SNU, though, playing a little pressure here, three-quarters court.
Rell going to bring it forward with Glover defending.
Jones trying to play clean now. She's at 3, will stay in the game, but going to try and play hands-off defense.
Lorenko going to get it over to Ladd. Ladd going to get it to Lorenko. Lorenko crosses over, drives, goes inside to Schwab, and it's taken away by Barry. Beautiful help defense there by Adrian Barry. SNU looking to run. They'll get it to Gillette in the corner. She drives baseline, tries to go inside to Nihus. She goes up. No foul called. Ladd was all over her. Scramble for the basketball, and it's going to remain SNU basketball with 17 seconds on the shot clock.
The tides have turned a little bit here. SNU pushing the ball in transition, and now it's ECU who looks just a little bit unprepared for that transition as the defense kind of gets the stop there, but very sloppily as Nihus almost had a cheap opportunity there for 2.
Yeah, she got some great help defense there by Ladd, who just got her hands up. And it looks like a 2-3 zone being shown here by ECU. Actually, I take that back. It looked like it initially, but it is still man-to-man. As SNU gets into their movement, three-pointer from Barry. Front iron, no good. Rebound to Pressner. Pressner gets a little bit of pressure, and now she'll bring it forward with Glover defending. Casey Glover hasn't really gotten a lot of looks here in the second half to see if they can get her going as Pressner drives, mid-range jumper way off, rebound to Barry. So as we saw such an exciting first half, neither team really able to get much going offensively. Jones going to drive, puts it up, and in, and one! Alexis Jones drives, forces the block, and she has a chance for a three-point play.
That's a 50-50 call right there, but going in Jones's way, and had it not, foul number 4, but a great play as SNU transition has been the story of the last 5 minutes here.
Hey, you almost kind of held your breath as Jones went up, because as you said, that could have been foul number 4. Instead, it's a three-point play. Or potentially a three-point play, I should say, if Jones can finish it here at the line. And SNU now suddenly leads 39-37. They had not led here very much. A 17-4 run going back into the second quarter for SNU, and the free throw is good.
Well, credit Barry and Glover and really Alexis Jones pressing in transition, attacking the bucket, the defense having to collapse and giving Nihus some open opportunities and leaving them open. A great steal there.
And Gillette's going to run the other end on the fast break. Goes up, can't get the layup to fall. I think she's just trying to force the foul there on Schultz. And they're going to go inside looking for Schwab. And it was tipped by SNU. It'll remain East Central basketball. But, man, SNU really picking up the defense.
We are out and we're running now, both sides. but it really does seem like now SNU being the one to benefit from the high pace, and ECU maybe playing a little frazzled there.
And that's going to be the third foul there on Nihu. It says Nickens just went right at her, just looking for the, in those cases, they're not necessarily looking for the easy layup. They're looking for the foul there. Nickens knew, hey, Nihu says 2 fouls. I'm going to go right at her, force contact, and get to the line.
That's a good job attacking SNU's post, who's really trying to force her hand right now, and maybe they're trying to be proactive. Maybe look towards Shield Knight at the benches. That could be an opportunity.
Well, and for Nickens, those are the first 2 points of the third quarter. For East Central, she also is probably thinking, we got to get on the board somehow. What better way than going to the free throw line as she connects both? As Jones looking to drive here. SNU leading by 1 here at the Sawyer Center. Their home opener. It's been an exciting one here for the Crimson Storm. Jones gets it over to Glover. She's had the hot hand in the first half, 15 points. Hasn't put a shot up yet here in the second half. Goes inside to Jones. Goes up hard and 1 again! Alexis Jones picking it up here in the second half. And Russ, we were asking, who else could SNU get to get going? It's been Alexis Jones so far.
Yeah, great entry pass there to Jones, and she goes up among the trees, and just an incredible play there.
We're going to take a quick break. SNU has taken the lead 42-39. Back here in the Sawyer Center, 42-39. Alexis Jones looking to complete a 3-point play. Already 7 points here in the second half. Russ Frisbee joining me on the call, and it's been the Alexis Jones show so far.
Yeah, she's commanded that ball, running the point right now for SNU, commanding the transition on whether it's her or other people that she's getting the ball to. Transition play right now, huge for SNU.
She can't finish the 3-point play. Oh, but Gillette ties up Pressner, and it's going back to SNU. That just a heads-up play there by Kennedy Gillette. She already had a steal down here, and she gets a turnover down here.
A great heads-up defensive play 90 feet from the basket. It's going to turn into another chance for SNU.
And they're going to inbound it, getting Shield Knight to run a little bit. They get it over to Jones, and SNU will reset their offense. Alexis Jones has 7 of the 8 points so far for SNU here in the second half. Glover going to come off a screen from Shield Knight. She drives, goes to Jones. Jones jab steps, goes to Glover in the corner. Thought about the 3. Will go back to Jones, and they'll get to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now this does look like a zone here from East Central, 2-3 zone. They'll go to Gillette, 5 seconds on the shot clock. SNU's got to go here. 3, Jones going to pump fake, takes a mid-range jumper, back iron no good. Shield Knight with the rebound. Shield Knight will go up strong and can't get it to fall. The rebound to Schwab and a foul by SNU. A great opportunity for the Crimson Storm, just can't get the bucket.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness there. The foul maybe a little bit too much, but a great offensive board. Interesting look with the 2-3. Nehus on the bench, kind of maybe the reason to go to a 2-3, but ECU in the 2-3.
Well, ECU probably looked back at that Northwestern game. The 2-3 gave Southern Nazarene a lot of problems in the second half, and maybe they think they can do some of the same as they're going to go inside to Schwab. Schwab going to drive baseline, hits the backboard, but it'll go to Schultz. Schultz, a long jumper, no good. Rebound to Adrian Berry, and then she throws it away. Tried to get it to Jones and just threw it a little too high. Pressner with the steal. Hannah Ladd, I tell you, Pressner, I swear, is just always in the right place as a three-pointer comes from Nickens, and it's good, and we're tied.
ECU really trying to slow down the pace here, get SNU cooled off. Now it's up to SNU to try and get back in this one.
Now it's back to a man-to-man here from East Central. We'll see if they bring that 3-2 out again when Nehus returns. Jones with it. Going to get it to Glover. Glover's got a mismatch, and that means Shield Knight's going to get it inside. She goes up, can't get it to fall. Long rebound to Nickens, and Nickens going to bring it forward, slows it up a little bit. And East Central will reset, and they're going to go to, nice move there, and Pressner misses the layup. She's down a little bit, gets up a little slowly. Back on the other end, Gillette on the fast break, foul, and one, Kennedy Gillette.
That time, like you said, she slowed up a little bit, maybe hoping for the foul, and she got it. Just hung in the air long enough to get that call and the bucket. Chance for 3 now on a great play from Kennedy Gillette.
So Gillette's going to get set from the free throw line. Abby Niehues checks back into the game for Southern Nazarene. 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
It will be interesting to see if ECU goes back to the zone. You know, SNU driving well, maybe an opportunity to try and force SNU to shoot them out of it. We haven't been shooting the ball a lot here in the second half. It could be a look for ECU here now, especially with Niehues back in the game.
Both teams have cooled off, but East Central's only 1 of 8 so far in this third quarter. They've only connected on 1 3-pointer. That came from Nickens. Schulte with it. Yeah, nice play there by Barry. Was able to get a piece of it. Schulte keeps possession, though. 15 seconds on the shot clock. They'll go to Pressner. Pressner drives on Jones towards the baseline, and she steps out of bounds, and they're going to get a bump foul on Niehues, and that's going to be her 4th. Oh, that is a cheap foul there on Abby Niehues, but probably the right call there, and it's going to be East Central basketball, and you know Niehues is going to have to check out here. They're going to get Massey Beard, the freshman forward from Calumet, Oklahoma, and that was actually the 5th foul, so it's free throws for Pressner.
Yeah, that's a tough call, and Niehues had just checked back in before she'd really even had an opportunity to be on offense, and you can see she's frustrated with that one.
And she's going to head to the bench. However, SNU's done a nice job despite her being on the bench today. And, you know, it could go. We've mentioned this matchup for East Central. You know, Niehues is a tough matchup for anybody, but East Central does have the size to match up with her, as the second free throw is good from Pressner. And Southern Nazarene's lead is cut down to 2.
A little bit of 3/4 full court press here now. SNU's going to have to try and break through this to get down to their side.
They do without much issue, and Jones is going to take it and bring it forward. Long 3-pointer from Glover. It's good. Casey Glover, 18 points. That hot hand hasn't cooled off, and it's a 5-point lead for the Crimson Storm.
She hadn't had an opportunity yet in this half, but I guess, you know, you say maybe if I scoot back up enough off the 3-point line, I can get my shot, and that was a heat check for sure.
Beard comes up with the steal there on the entry pass, and Southern Nazarene coming forward with 2 to play. Jones drives, goes to Glover. Look, had that Steph range in her eye, but maybe not quite that deep. They'll get it to Barry. Adrian Barry going to drive. Gets it out in the corner for Jones. One more to Glover. Glover drives baseline. Mid-range jumper. It is good. 20 points for the freshman, a career high. And SNU has opened a 7-point lead. Nickens gets it on the other end. Schulte going to drive. Kicks it back out to Schultz. Schultz drives, tough shot. Oh, nice little pass there. And the layup is missed by Schwab. And then just a scramble on the floor. Schwab goes up. Beard was looking for the charge, and now there's the charge.
A strange no call there, and then a call on what looked like less of a charge, but maybe a makeup. We'll take it. SNU headed the other way.
I don't know what just happened there, to be honest. And honestly, I'll be frank with you. Like Gillette was honestly in the cylinder, but you might be right. I thought Beard had taken the charge. No call there, and then Gillette goes down, and they say offensive foul going the other way. Glover's going to get it up to J.C. Soap, who just checked in, and that's a little bit of maybe a half-court trap here by East Central. They back off, and SNU will set their offense. What a quarter it has been for the Crimson Storm. They lead by 7, looking to add to it. Barry with it, goes to Gillette, top of the arc. They'll try to go inside to Beard. Beard just puts an elbow into Rel. Hopefully they won't review that, because that was a very high. She was trying to back down. Rel not nearly as tall, but just got up kind of around that face area, and it's an offensive foul, an easy call there, and East Central will take over.
SNU now trying to return the favor with maybe a little 1-2-1-1 action, and that's going to be.
And it was almost a steal there by Glover. She came and tried to knock it out of the hands of Rel, but just caught her on the arm instead. And East Central is going to go to the free throw line. They're 1 of 10 in this quarter. They have 1 3-pointer, but they're 3 of 4 from the free throw line. That's the only points they've really been able to get, minus that 1-3. And Rel's going to get a chance to try to cut it down some more. First one's up, and it is good. One more coming up, and 51 seconds in this third quarter. Partner, we're going to be looking at an exciting final quarter coming up.
Yeah, a great third quarter, much more than we could have expected. So hopefully a great fourth quarter as a lane violation potentially on that free throw.
And it is going to be a lane violation, I believe, on Beard. Or are they calling a foul? No, they're saying 1 free throw, so just a lane violation.
The freshman Beard here getting a couple opportunities. Real game action here from the paint, and she's played well. A couple of a tough foul on the offensive end and a couple of, I guess, a lane violation there. But some good opportunities for some freshman minutes here for her.
Soap brings it forward, and if you're Beard, you got to get the opportunity here. Shield Knight just came in, and then almost immediately Nehus gets her 4th foul. Shield Knight needs a little bit of a rest, so she's getting her opportunity. Soap's going to come off a screen, gets it out to Gillette. Gillette drives to the free throw line, goes out to Beard. Beard going to drive, goes out to Soap. Soap, long 3-pointer, no good. Long rebound's going to come down to Schultz. Schultz hands it off to Rel. Rel looking to drive. 15 seconds to play. Lorenko with it. Gillette defending, looking to go inside. Rel going to go, and it's going to be Schwab. She goes forward, and they're going to get a blocking foul on the floor. No basket. SNU had a great opportunity to take a charge there, just didn't get set.
Yeah, and I thought maybe she was going to get the call, but just at the last second, maybe you saw her falling and twisting a little bit in the fall, and that's a big indicator to refs with that twist that not fully set, falling straight back. So that's going to be a couple of free throws from the line for ECU.
In their last 14 shots, East Central is 1 of 14 from the field. They are ice cold right now. But 2 free throws. East Central, 6 free throws, 6 made free throws. That's what's helped them here in the second half as Glover's going to bring it forward. 5 seconds to play. She puts a shot up. It's way off an air ball. Actually, it may have been blocked. They're saying it was tipped. So SNU with 2 seconds left will have a chance. Somebody's got to go inbound the ball. Glover's going to do it. Looking maybe get something set up for Barry here. Barry's going to get it, goes up, draws the foul. Beautiful job there by Adrian Barry. She just cut straight towards the basket and just went hard at the rim.
ECU ice cold right now from the field. Free throws really the only thing helping them stay in this one. And SNU says we'll take a couple of free throws too on a beautifully drawn up inbound play to Adrian Barry.
She nails the first one. One more coming up. That's her first points of the second half. She's up to 8. Glover is leading the way with 20 points on 7 of 11 shooting. One more free throw for Barry. No good. And the rebound is going to come down, and that will end the third quarter. And what an exciting one it was. SNU was down by 3 at half, and they turned it into a 4-point lead going into the final quarter. They lead East Central 51-47. We'll take a quick break. You're watching SNU basketball on SNUathletics.com. So 1 quarter left to play. We head to the fourth with SNU leading what has been an exciting contest, 51-47. Couple storylines. Nehus now with 4 fouls on the bench. That'll be interesting to watch. East Central, can they find some offense here in the final quarter? We're about to find out here as Nickens takes the inbound pass.
SNU with an opportunity here. Preissner has been the best player so far for ECU. She has 3 fouls, and that could be an opportunity. But really looking to see how Trent May is going to use Nehus here in the fourth with 4 fouls, and looking to see Glover and Barry's play continue.
They're going to get out to Lorenko. Lorenko going to drive towards the baseline, pulls it back out, under 10 seconds on the shot clock. She crosses over, and they're going to get it out. Ladd going to take a three-pointer. Back iron, no good, but a long rebound to Lorenko, and East Central will reset. They had some second chance points in the first half. That's exactly what they needed there. Nickens with it. Nickens picks up her dribble, will go inside to Schultz. Schultz drives, charge. Beautiful charge taken by Massey Beard. That was Sam Schwab, excuse me. There's a lot of Schwabs and Schultz and Schultes. There's a lot going on this roster, but Schwab gets called for the charge. Great job there by Beard.
Great heady play there by the freshman, and credit to her for trying again. Didn't get the call the first time, but willing to stick with it as she gets the nice turnover there from ECU.
Absolutely, and Jones going to bring it in the other end. Looks like it's going to be a trap set up here by the Tigers.
Turns into a chance for Jones to run.
Jones going to lay it up, can't get it to fall. The rebound going to come to Schwab, and back the other way comes East Central. And it's going to be Nickens with it. Nickens loses her dribble there for a minute. Nickens going to go to Schwab. Schwab with it now. Schwab to Lorenko. Lorenko now loses control. Lorenko drives, tough shot, and the foul.
A couple of players on the floor there for SNU getting up well, but wild play there as a lot of contact as things are starting to get a little bit chippy down in the paint, but now an opportunity for ECU from the free throw line.
So 2 free throws coming up for Lorenko. First one's up, and it is good. So one more going to come up as Madison Reel's going to check into the game. Reels had a nice game here this afternoon. Second one is off. Rebound to J.C. Soap. SNU maintains a 3-point lead. Can they get win number 1? They've played maybe the toughest schedule in the season so far, or in the nation is what I'm trying to say. And can they get win number 1 here on their home floor and go to 1-0 at home? Barry going to drive. Beautiful fake. Goes up. Foul. Charge. Reel comes over and takes the charge. Barry did not agree. And that's going to be that's only the first on Adrian Barry. It was J.C. Soap who had 4 on the other end. And we're going to see Abby Nehus in the game with 8:30 to play.
Interesting move here. They started the fourth with the freshman Beard still in, but kind of dead start here. Neither team got out with as much energy as we saw in the third, and still a 51-48 game.
They'll get it over to Schulte, who goes to Schwab. Schwab going to drive, go right at Nehus. Good job by Nehus. Just put her hands up and force the miss there. Nehus is such a big part of this defense. It's going to be tough, but let's see if she can stay out and not get that 5th foul. Jones gets it, goes to Glover at the wing. Glover looking to drive, goes to Adrian Barry. Barry off a screen by Nehus. Goes over to Gillette. Gillette going to go inside to Nehus, goes up, trying to force a foul there, and now we're going to have a scramble. A great job by Alexis Jones, forcing the jump ball and keeping it SNU possession.
Real aggressive play there right into the basket. Now another opportunity under the basket for SNU. We've seen a couple of drawn-up plays to Barry, which have turned into free throws. Maybe look for that again. Maybe look for Nehus under the basket. And always Glover finding her, trying to spot up.
Macy Hansen back into the game. We haven't seen her much, it feels like, in the second half. And Lorenko takes it away off a bad pass from the inbounds, and she gets the easy lay-in, and it's a 1-point game. Barry was trying to go back and get it, and Lorenko, quite frankly, just took it away and gets the easy bucket.
Looked like a well-drawn-up handoff play there as a seamless transition turned into a run-out for ECU.
SNU didn't have a lot of time anyways on the shot clock. I don't know if they were going to get much anyways, but they didn't want that. Adrian Barry with it. Lorenko trying to steal it again. And they're going to get a foul on Lorenko. And she just kind of is like, wow, really? That was actually a great effort by Lorenko, almost getting another steal. And instead, she's called for a foul.
Almost the same play. You can see some of the frustration on Barry's faces. Maybe getting a little bit chippy here late in the game. A close one, and now getting very physical on defense. Jones will set up at the top of the key and ride up a play here for SNU.
Yeah, Jones with it, with Reel defending. Jones going to get it to Glover, top of the arc. Let's see if Casey Glover can keep it going. She's got 20 in this game. Glover gets to Barry. Barry going to take a three-pointer. It's good. Adrian Barry with a much-needed 3. She's up to 11, and SNU leads by 4. Schulte takes a mid-range jumper. No good. Nice job by Barry tipping it back. and SNU going to slow it down. 6:40 to play in this contest. If you're Southern Nazarene, you're looking at that clock and you're just kind of like, come on, clock, go, go, go. Southern Nazarene's got to stay aggressive, though. Nehus with it to Gillette. Barry open for another one, and it's off the front iron. Rebound to Ladd.
Not heavy volume, but right before that shot, SNU shooting 50% from the three. As another
One said,
disagreeing there.
I would say one, I don't know if he pointed to the ref to get his call or if he was saying charge. The other one said block. It's going to be on Gillette, and Hannah Ladd's going to go to the line for 2.
The SNU bench and Trent May can't believe that call. He's pointing to the baseline ref there saying he's calling something different, but nevertheless, it's going to be a couple of free throws here for Hannah Ladd.
First one from Ladd is up, and it is good. And I think the confusion, it looked like, I'm thinking he was pointing to get his call because it looked like he was saying going the other way, and he may have been just pointing to the official down the sideline because maybe he missed it.
Deferring the call, but it definitely looked like a charge.
It's usually the baseline ref's call, as the second free throw is good, and that makes it a 2-point game. 6:15 to play in this contest. Gillette with it, gets it to Alexis Jones, SNU. Getting a little bit of pressure here from the Tigers, and Jones goes down, and it's going to be a steal, at least momentarily, but Barry comes up with it. Jones already back to her feet looking to run, and she'll reset. Under 6 to play now. Glover with it. Glover drives baseline, goes up. She's blocked by Hanson, and it goes off of Glover, and it's a turnover. Huge block there by Hanson.
A little frazzled play here from both teams. You can feel the urgency. ECU trying to get back in this game. SNU trying to run the clock. And both teams a little frazzled here as there's been a lot of 50-50 balls.
And it's going to be a three-pointer here by Ladd, but before the three, we're going to get an illegal screen on Lorenco. You can see it from here. Was just moving to try to block out and give Ladd the open shot. Again, another easy call there for the officials.
That is Lorenco's fourth as she'll go and take a seat. And her chippiness and active hands on defense could be a loss here for ECU as she's now on the bench with 4. SNU maybe going to try and take advantage of that as she has been terrorizing their guards in the front court all afternoon.
And she's been on Adrian Berry, giving her a little bit of trouble, at least in these last few minutes. Had a steal, almost had a second steal. Jones has it. We saw East Central getting a 2-3 for a short time. They have not gone back to it since. Gillette over to Barry, and probably the reason for that is the guards have been so good for SNU today. Nehus going to back down, goes up hard, draws the foul. It's either going to be Hanson or Pressner. Let's see who they get. It'll be Pressner. That is her fourth. That is huge right there. And Pressner.
Excuse me, that is her first in the game.
And we were looking at the wrong play. I think we were looking at Lorenco there. So our mistake. So not a big foul there on Pressner. She's actually fine as the first free throw from Nehus is good. Nonetheless, though, good job by Abby Nehus forcing the foul.
Thought that was going to be a big opportunity here for SNU to have a couple of key ECU players on the bench, but that's a misread score sheet on my part.
Back the other way comes East Central. Getting the fans excited about that one. Hanson with it at the wing. Hanson going to hand it off to Reel. Reel looking to drive. Tough shot, no good. Rebound to Nehus. Abby Nehus hands it off to Jones. SNU coming back the other way. Jones, the point guard, she's had a nice second half. Also has 5 assists in this game to go with her 9 points. 8 of them coming in this half alone. Jones drives, gets it to Gillette. Back to Jones. Jones going to take a three-pointer. No good. Long rebound. Glover was trying to go for it. Now that's a good job there by Ladd. Kind of blocked her out from pulling it down, and we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take our final timeout with them. 4:43 to play. Your score, Southern Nazarene 55, East Central 52. You're watching SNU basketball here on SNUathletics.com. Again, fans, our next broadcast will be on Thursday as the SNU women will head down to Durant, Oklahoma to take on Southeastern Oklahoma State. We will have the live broadcast from Durant. We hope you will join us for all the action. It will lead off at 5:15. 4:43 to play in this contest with Southern Nazarene leading 55-52. James on the call with Russ Frisbee. And Russ, what a game we've seen so far. SNU looking to close this one out.
Yeah, as far as the scoring goes, maybe a little bit of a downtrend from the third quarter as we had quite the third quarter. But the defense and the 50-50 balls and the aggressiveness have definitely been here. Both teams playing with a lot of urgency here now, 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
ECU 1 of 5 in the fourth quarter. Southern Nazarene 1 of 6. Almost a steal there by Gillette. Real tried to do a little fake there, pump fake, but when she did, she picked up her dribble, and it's a double dribble for that was actually Ladd on the turnover. Gillette going to come forward, gets it to Glover. Glover going to go to Jones. SNU breaks this press, no problem. Jones going to slow it down.
Little 3-on-2 opportunity there for Jones, but wisely pulls the ball out. 4 minutes playing the clock now, and SNU, nice little mid-range jumper from Glover.
I was going to say Glover tried to get that mid-range to fall, could not. Nickens almost lost it, but was able to corral the rebound. Now 4 to play. Real with it. Real going to drive on Glover, goes up and lays it in right over Niehus, and you knew Niehus there could not be as aggressive as maybe she wanted to be. She was able to kind of get in front of her, but couldn't go up for one of her patented blocks. Adrian Berry going to take it forward. Nice leave to Niehus, and it's blocked by Ladd. Ladd just got her from behind. It's been a tough day offensively for Niehus, but SNU will keep possession.
Yeah, nice struggle today with her offensively, and great play to play conservative there. She's really been doing a good job of keeping herself in this game for the fourth quarter. The stats not necessarily there, but we talked about her presence earlier, and just a great job on her part, knowing what her team needs and keeping herself on the floor.
Glover has it with 8 seconds to play, or 8 seconds on the shot clock. Glover drives, leaves it for Jones. 2 seconds, Jones puts it up, wild shot, no good. Niehus has the rebound, goes back up with it. What are they going to call? They're going to call a jump ball. The shot clock went off. It should have reset. It definitely hit iron there. They're going. Go ahead. I was going to say, it looks like they're going to probably get it reset. They can go look at this as well.
I was nervous there on the rebound. I thought maybe they were going to get Niehus on over the back. She ripped it down, but no call there, and now a little bit of confusion regarding the shot clock.
It no doubt hit the rim. You could see it from here hitting the rim. For a minute, Niehus went back up. They're going to call it jump ball. Interesting call there. Niehus had clear possession, and nobody else had tied her up. And they're going to bring the coaches over and have a talk. That is interesting that they called a jump ball in that situation.
Yeah, both parties probably wanted an explanation on that as to.
Well, you can see head coach Matt Cole pointing to the monitor and saying you can review this.
We do have that option.
Which is, I think it's more beneficial right now for East Central because they get possession, but it's surprising that they did not. Trent May just kind of laughing right now. But it looked like a clear, should have been a reset of the shot clock. Like Niehus clearly pulled the rebound and actually went back up and looked like she got fouled on the way back up. And now they are going to take a look at it. And that'd be my guess. They didn't know if the shot clock went off, so they called it a jump ball. But instead, we're going to take a look at the monitor and see what we can figure out here with 3. And this is a big part. This is a difference between SNU keeping possession and trying to extend this 1-point game, or East Central going down and taking the lead.
Yeah, whether this feels like a big situation right now or not, as a ref, you never want that call to look back on it and it have been a big call. So maybe a good safe play there to go to the monitor.
And they've already looked at the monitor.
Still some discussion, though, as to what the call is going to be. It looks like they're going to stay with the jump ball call. That's what the ref is signaling over there by the SNU bench. They'll stick with the jump ball call. I don't know.
That's surprising. Maybe they called a jump ball off of Niehus on the rebound, but if they did, that is surprising.
So now SNU up with full press here, and ECU going to try and break the press.
Interesting full press here by SNU, up by 1, but going to put some pressure on the Tigers. Think maybe they can force them into a turnover here.
Yeah, what you got to worry about, though, the farthest person back is Niehus just here at midcourt, and you're nervous about runouts. That time safe move, but an interesting call by Coach Trent May.
Lorenko is back into the game as well. She also has 4 fouls. They'll go to the corner for Real. They'll go inside to Pressner. Pressner drives baseline, kicks it back out to Hansen. Lorenko open for 3. It is good, and East Central has taken a 2-point lead. And that call right there, the jump ball, could be a difference there.
2 minutes remaining, or 2:50 in the game. Right now, you got to take the ball at Lorenko. She's been a defensive menace, nailed that three-pointer. Right now, she has got to be your number 1 target on this offensive possession.
And Lorenko, they're going to get it to Adrian Berry. They're trying to get it inside to Niehus. Now they do. Niehus with Hansen defending, gets a double team. Berry for 3. She answers! Ice in her veins. Adrian Berry puts SNU back up by 1. 2:25 to play in this game.
Some of the three-point shooting we saw early coming back now, as this is going to be an exciting finish.
Hansen with it. It's to Preissner. Preissner looking to drive on Glover. She goes up right at Niehus. Great defense by Abby Niehus. Jones with it. And they're going to call a carry out of nowhere.
I think Jones maybe hesitating. She saw Berry streaking down the court, decided that she wasn't going to press the issue, and a carry called. I don't know when the last time I have seen a carry called.
That's a terrible call, just
D2
to be honest.
basketball.
And it'll be Lorenko with it. That is just not a good call at this point in the game. And then Lorenko's going to draw a foul on Gillette. You can't make that call at this point in the game. Unless it's just obvious, which it was not obvious from here. That is a very, very poor call by the officiating crew.
And I've heard it said a fair amount of carrying happens on almost every possession, and there's certain times that it gets called and doesn't get called, and that is just a huge point in the game to make that call.
Nonetheless, back to the action. Lorenko misses her first free throw, so now can she tie it here? A lot of noise coming from the crowd. And the second one is good. So we're tied again at 58 with under 2 to play. What a game this has been. Glover with it. Glover gets it to Niehus, top of the arc. Gets it to Jones. Jones going to drive towards the baseline, goes up, and she'll get the blocking foul, and that will be on Real. That is her 4th. First of all, no matter what happens in this 141, we got to give a lot of credit to Abby Niehus. She has been able to stay in this game, make her mark in this game, and even if she fouls out in this last 141, we hope not, but she's done a great job, especially on the defensive end, not fouling out as Jones goes to the line.
Yeah, the entire fourth quarter done a great job, and sometimes at that height you just get fouls called on you, whether you're standing or nothing intentional, but she's done an excellent job of keeping herself in this game.
Jones trying to get into double digits here with 9 points. Second free throw is up. Way off. Gillette, though, with the rebound. Gillette goes back up, and she draws the foul. And that'll probably be on either Preissner.
They got Preissner on that.
Preissner with the hit, and Gillette, a little bit better of a free throw shooter, goes to the line for 2. As we take a look, Gillette on the season 7 of 8, and the first one is true. One more to go to make this a 2-point lead for Southern Nazarene with 1:40 to go. Both teams still have, I believe, 3 timeouts, so get ready for that here soon. As we just say that, Trent May is going to take a timeout and will actually go to media with 1:40 to play. Southern Nazarene leads East Central 60-58. We'll take a quick break. You're watching SNU basketball on SNUathletics.com. (60-58) with 1:40 to play. SNU leading East Central. James Hill on the call with Russ Frisbee, and what a contest we have seen. We're into the waning moments. Crunch time here in the Sawyer Center.
SNU again showing their full court press. Nehus the furthest back at 3/4 court, so really putting the pressure on here.
They'll get it to Hansen. That's who they want handling it, if possible. Good denial there by Barry. They'll finally get it to Real. Real loses it for a moment, but gets by Glover, no problem. Real's going to drive and then pulls it back out. Actually, a good little move there. She'll go to Lorenko. Lorenko going to bring it around. East Central going to reset. Real with it. They'll go inside to Preissner. Preissner with Jones defending. Preissner tough mid-range. No good. Adrian Barry with the rebound. She's tied up and knocked down, and it's East Central basketball. How in the world is there no call there?
I am baffled as to what happened there or what the call was that went in East Central's way. They'll have the inbound play now.
And they'll get it to Nickens. SNU going to have to defend again. Nickens going to go inside to Hansen. Nehus defending. They'll go out the Real three-pointer. Way off, air ball, and it's out of bounds, so it doesn't come back to haunt SNU there.
Just an interesting series of events. Refs maybe pretty involved in the outcome of this last one. SNU now, though, needing to get the ball down the floor and put this outside of a one-possession game.
We are under 1 minute to play. Folks, stick with us as we get through the final minutes. We'll have the post-game show coming up next. And we'll see what plays out here in the last 45 seconds. Gillette with it. Gillette going to go to Jones. Jones fakes, drives, tough shot, draws the foul. Great job again by Alexis Jones. The foul's on Real, and that's 5. That will be it. Real, one of the top players on this team, is going to take a seat on the bench. Madison Real goes off. Hannah Ladd's going to check back in. And that's big for the Crimson Storm.
You don't necessarily plan on it, but with the score of the game right now, if this does go to overtime, foul trouble going to be a huge key moving forward. But Jones trying to make sure that's not an opportunity. She misses the first free throw, however.
She's missed 4 free throws in a row, struggling a little bit here at the line. Not one of the best free throws. Well, actually, I take that back. She's 7 of 10 on the season. She has been decent on the year, just struggling right now. She gets the second one to fall. That is big, makes it a 3-point game. We're going to get a timeout from East Central, only a 30 seconds, so we'll stay right here. And Russ, as we get into these final seconds, first, let's remind people we'll have the postgame show coming up. We'll have Coach Trent May on, as well as a player, if the SNU is able to hold on here. Most likely will be Casey Glover. I can probably go ahead and tell you that with good confidence. But if you're Southern Nazarene, how do you close this game out?
Well, I think first it's going to be a key defensive thing. I think they're going to go to Preissner. She's 3 for 3 from 3 if they're looking that direction. If they're not looking that direction, maybe trying to attack Nehus. Foul's not a concern right now at this point for Nehus. It's just going to be a defensive stop kind of deal. So anything they can do to shut down either that post look or the Preissner look.
Absolutely, and you got to think if you're East Central, that's who you want to work through. Of course, Lorenko, she doesn't shoot nearly as much, but she has buried a couple of shots as well, and she's been big for East Central today. Real, who was leading the team with 11 points today, now on the bench. And again, let's credit SNU again. Preissner only 10 points in this game. She averages close to 17. They've done a great job with Preissner today as she's set to inbound it. She's going to go deep. Oh, she was in the front court and went back, and the ref says play on. Preissner with it's going to come off a screen. Preissner, long 2-point shot. Interesting choice here by East Central, no good. Jones has it. Jones is fouled, and SNU can make it a 2-possession game. I'm interested that they settled for not just a 2-pointer. That's fine if you want to go for 2, but a long mid-range 2, not a very efficient shot.
Yeah, and I can't say that's what was drawn up. That's got to be a position or a player decision right there, and a very difficult decision in the clutch there for ECU. Jones now with the chance to put this game out of reach if she can hit a couple of free throws.
First one is up. First one is good. Alexis Jones up to 11 points in this game. She's had an excellent second half. One more coming up. It is good. And we'll get another timeout on the floor. SNU has pushed the lead to 5. And now we come to the point now where SNU's just got to play smart here in these last 29 seconds. And we'll take a quick break. 29 seconds to play. SNU leads 33-58. 29 seconds to play in this contest. SNU leads 63-58. And the Crimson Storm, as you said, 29 seconds away. The shot clock is off, but 29 seconds from earning their first win of the season. See if they can finish it out as Preissner set to inbound. Gets it in to Nickens. If you're SNU, just don't allow a three-pointer, you would think. As Preissner's going to come off a screen, goes baseline. Will go to the corner. Ladd going to take a three. It is off. Long rebound to Kennedy Gillette. And Gillette will be fouled, and SNU, with 2 free throws here, can make it a 3-possession game and close this one out.
Great hustle rebound there by Gillette, and you got to think that's the end of the game right there. She's got a great opportunity to really put this one on ice. And just great clutch play down the stretch here. SNU really stepping up to the challenge here at the end of the fourth quarter. There's the first free throw from number 22, Gillette, as she'll not put this one just a little bit more out of reach.
One more here, and as we said, it is a 3-possession game. It is up. It is good. And SNU, with 12 seconds remaining, is going to get their first win of the season. One more over. It'll be Ladd going out, almost taken by Gillette, and then it went off of Ladd. It's a turnover. Kennedy Gillette is going to put it away. She's been tremendous defensively. 5 seconds to go. The clock will run out, and Trent May gets his first ever win as Southern Nazarene's head coach. They defeat East Central 65-58. Russ Frisbee, what a win.
What a game, and you know, this home crowd, what a great opportunity for them to watch the girls play in a very exciting matchup. SNU struggled early but played so well down the stretch, and that was the defensive confidence and really the step up and guard play really delivered this game for the Crimson Storm.
We're going to go through quickly. We'll get our quick post-game show here. You can just see the excitement from the women's team right now after earning that win. SNU, here's your key stat, I think, for the second half. East Central made 4 field goals in the second half. 4. That is a tremendous job by the SNU defense. And
that tells the story. You know, ECU did a good job of getting to the free throw line, but 4 from the field in the second, I mean, that's not going to get the job done. And that says so much to SNU's defense and their ability to shut down this ECU offense. But that is going to tell the story here of our second half right there.
Absolutely. We're going to get ready here for the post-game show. We're going to have Casey Glover coming up first, and then we will talk to head coach Trent May as we will close this broadcast out shortly and get you ready for the men's game coming up. Stick around. It is going to be on a different link, but stick around for the SNU men's basketball game against East Central. That's scheduled for a 3 p.m. start time. Going to be about 3:05, 3:10 it looks like. The number 5 team in the country. We hope you will stick around for that. Some quick stats as we go through. Russ, Casey Glover, 20 points. She was huge tonight. Adrian Berry goes for 14. Finally kind of got herself going 4 3-pointers in that game. Alexis Jones, 12 points. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We will have Glover coming up next. All right, why don't you And we're here on the post-game show, hanging out with freshman guard Casey Glover. Goes for 20 points tonight in the 65-58 win over East Central. Casey, first of all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
How good does the first one feel?
It feels good. It feels good to get a win.
Absolutely. And then I got to ask also, how good did it feel to play on your home floor finally?
Finally, it was good to play on our home floor. It felt good.
All right, so the first half, you are just on fire. You go for 15 points in the first half. Just what were you feeling out there? How were you able to get so involved with the offense?
My teammates just make great plays. We share the ball well, and we work together, and that's how we score. So.
Absolutely. Now, where you guys really got it done was in the second half on
Yeah.
the defensive end. You guys held them to only 4 made field goals in the second half. Just a tremendous job. What were you guys saying at halftime? They were able to score 37 points in the first half. They were able to kind of get some transition buckets. What was kind of the talk between the team as you went into the second half, and what adjustments were made?
Really just get back on D and get up and play hard and just finish the game out.
All right, you got Coach Trent May, who we're going to talk to in a minute. This is his first career win as head coach for SNU. Come on, that's got to be a little exciting for the team, right?
Yes, it's exciting.
Okay, now as you guys go forward, you're going to be taking on Southwestern on Thursday. What can you take from this win as you kind of push forward in the regular season?
Not to be satisfied with anything and to keep pushing, and let's get more wins.
Absolutely. Casey Glover, a career-high 20 points on the night. She connects on 3 three-pointers. Also had 5 rebounds and 3 assists. We should mention that as well, right? Casey Glover, a great game from her. We're going to take a quick break. We'll have head coach Trent May coming up next.
Thank you.
And we are joined now by head coach Trent May after the 65-58 win over East Central. And Coach, what a battle. I know you've got to be so proud of these girls. They were down by as many as 12 in the first half. They adjusted so well in the second half defensively, did a lot of great things, and came away with a great W today.
Super excited. You know, as a coach, sometimes, you know, it's you want so many things to take place, but nothing more in these last few weeks, and you want them to be able to taste success. I absolutely love their heart. I love their togetherness. I love the fact that they are really trying to get these new concepts and this new style, new way of playing, and these expectations, and I'm just super proud of who they are individually. And when you see that, you know, they're working, you just want them to taste and see that success and what that feels like, and that working hard and winning together are really fun. So I'm super thankful for today. Super thankful for the girls that really stood in there. You know, we had adversity in multiple ways today, and so just so really proud of just their resolve and just not giving in. And they could have folded at a few times today, and they didn't. And I think that's what I'm most proud of.
Let's talk about, okay, so the first half, East Central, they go for 37 points. Really were doing a great job in the transition. Had you guys a little bit on your heels in the first half defensively. You guys held them to 4 made field goals in the second half. Talk about the adjustment defensively, how you were able to slow this team down, and just the effort defensively.
Well, you just said it, and what we talked about at halftime is that little bit of extra effort. You guys are doing good. We're there, but you just need a little bit more in that grind to make sure that, you know, you really disrupt what they want. And I mean, that was it. That's a nail on the head. Is just that we need that extra effort. And you know, I mean, they missed some shots and missed some things. But I think it was because of that extra effort that we put into that, you know, to that second half that you know, hopefully made the difference, and we put them on their heels a little bit.
All right, now let's talk a little bit. I want to talk about 2 players. First of all, Casey Glover, what a night she had. She goes for 20 points, 15 in that first half. Really in a high-scoring game where you guys early in the year have had some struggles offensively. She was so big in that first half. And then Alexis Jones just shot out of a cannon in the second half, it felt like. Really started that third quarter with a bang and came through clutch in that second half. You also had Adrian Berry hit some key shots. Talk about their efforts.
You know, it just again, you know, sometimes you make up your mind to do things. Sometimes you want to. But that doesn't mean there's a change in there. And I think today was just, you know, we just shoot around this morning. I was kind of I was not a friendly individual. You know, but we really worked on attacking the basket, and we go full speed in our shoot-arounds, and it was like, you know, I just kept hammering away about, you know, you can't be fear. You got to attack that basket. You got to keep going. You got to push through. You got to get the defense on, you know, to open up and get what we want inside. And you know, I don't know. You know, I guess can't say it didn't work. So, you know, thankful that she did that. That, you know, and AB Adrian Berry hit some big shots today, and So I just loved our team effort. That again, their eyes were different today. They just there was a little bit of belief, and and one of our struggles lately is really been taking care of the ball. And I think we had 13 turnovers. And
that's correct.
That's monumental. I mean, that was the difference in the other night in winning and losing. And so you pass and catch, and we did that today really well, and thankful for that because again that gives us more opportunity. We don't have a big margin of error, and and so when you are able to get the possessions you want and have clean looks at the basket, and you get more opportunities to do that, good things happen.
Yeah, you had just a couple other players to note. Abby Nehus had a tough night. She had 4 fouls with 8:30 to play when she checked back in the fourth quarter and still made her presence in the paint. What a job by her. And then you had Kennedy Gillette. She had 2 steals but had a couple in that fourth quarter that were just huge in this contest. You also had a couple bench players. You had Zoe Shield Knight had to play some big minutes. And then how about Massey Beard as well, coming off the bench when she needed to be called upon.
Well, it's her first game. It's her first game. She's been out for a while with an ankle injury, and so I mean, she's going to be a great player for us. And I'm just and we had a short bench tonight. As a coach, you don't like that. There's some other girls you want to get in the rotation, and sometimes sometimes it's matchup, and sometimes it's by feel. And the girls tonight were playing well, and it's like if it's not broke, you don't need to change a lot up. And so I went with those girls, and I hate that for a lot of ones that didn't play, but at the same time, it's about this program and about putting our best efforts on the floor and striving to get success as much as possible.
All right, we'll get you out on this. You guys get your first win of the season. You get to play at home finally, but now you get to go back on the road again, and you're going to get ready for Southeastern next Thursday. You'll have the Southeastern trip as well as Southwestern and other good teams. So
right.
2 tough matchups coming up in the GAC. Just what do you take from today, and what can you take that towards the next 2 contests?
Just their ability to stay in tough matches. Life's going to be tough sometimes, and can you stay in there and battle? And nothing like seeing their faces when they knew that the game was in hand. Seeing those smiles on those girls' faces.
We could see it from here too.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
when you see those, that means everything. And so, and that's the part that I'm thankful that they got to experience a little bit of success tonight.
And I got to also say, first career win as SNU women's basketball coach for Trent May. One of many to come, we are sure. And so we congratulate you on that as well, Coach. And congratulations on an awesome win.
Much appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Southern Nazarene wins 65-58. We're going to close it out for my partner Russ Frisbee. What a contest it was. And we will get you ready for the next game. We'll be back in a few minutes, get you ready for the men's game. That will be on a different link. The men will take on East Central here in just a moment. Again, fans, we thank you for joining us. Your final score one more time. Southern Nazarene defeats East Central 65-58.